Hello friend, we have a very beautiful question before us. This question says if 2 raised to power x plus 2 raised to power of x over 2 is equal to 20, find the value of x. There is a way we can convert this to a quadratic equation. This is exponential, but it's going to be easier for us if we convert it first to a quadratic equation. Solve it and then get the value of x. So let's start that. Looking at this question, this is 2 raised to the power of x plus 2 raised to the power of x over 2. Is it possible to say let y be equal to 2 raised to the power of x over 2? Yes, it is. And if that happens, it's going to make this 2 raised to the power x become or have a power or an exponent of 2. Let me show you what I mean. So now we already said let y be equal to 2 raised to the power of x over 2. What about this 2 raised to the power of x? What can we do here? So let's do something. Do you know that 2 raised to the power of x can be rewritten as 2 raised to the power of x over 2, then in bracket 2? Now the reason why I did this is because we already said let y be equal to 2 raised to the power of x over 2. And I want to see how I can bring in this 2 raised to the power of x over 2 into 2 raised to the power of x, which is what I've just done here. So let me show you what I'm trying to say. What I've written here is 2 raised to the power of x, which is equal to 2 raised to the power of x over 2, all raised to the power of 2. Is this the same thing? Let's try something. Do you know that if I divide this 2 by this 2, I'm still going to get 2 raised to the power of x, which is the same thing as what we had earlier. So yes, we can actually write 2 raised to the power of x as 2 raised to the power of x over 2, then all in bracket with 2 here. Now looking at this, so let's bring in y into the equation. So 2 raised to the power of x, like as I've written here, is 2 raised to the power of x over 2 all squared. So I can now write this as, since we already said let y be equal to 2 raised to the power of x over 2. So I'm going to replace what I have in this bracket here like this one here, by y, then we have the squared here. So now we have a term that has a leading power of 2. Let's bring everything into this equation. So that would be y squared. I'm bringing in this here now. Y squared, 2 raised to the power x is y squared, as we have here, plus, now we said let y be equal to 2 raised to the power x over 2. So bring in y here, which is used to replace 2 raised to the power x over 2. And this is equal to what? 20. Good. So we have a quadratic equation. Let's move 20 to the left-hand side, or we can say let's subtract 20 from both sides. So we have y squared plus y minus 20 is equal to what? 0. The next thing we'll do now is to factorize this. So let's factorize. Okay, if you multiply minus 20 by y squared, you get minus 20 y squared. Think of two factors. When you multiply, you get minus 20. And when you add these two factors, you're going to get 1 because the coefficient of y here is 1. So what could that be? That should be 5 and then negative 4. Because 5 times negative 4 will give us what? Negative 20. But 5 plus negative 4 will give us what? 1, which can be used in this equation. So let's go ahead, and we already have the two factors, which are 5 and negative 4. So to make things quick for us, I'll just open two brackets like so, equal to 0, and say y, put in the two factors, which is 5, that's plus 5, and then negative 4, that's y minus 4. So all this will give us 0. Now what this means is that y is plus 5 is equal to 0, or y minus 4 is equal to what? 0. Let me just put this aside because we don't need them anymore. So look at this now. Let's now get the values of y. So y, move 5 to the right hand side, y will be equal to negative 5, or move minus 4 to the right hand side here, y will be equal to what? 4. So we have two values of y, which are negative 5 and 4. But recall, we said let y be equal to what? 2 raised to the power x over 2. We want to get the value of x. Let's bring it back here now. Recall that y is equal to what? 2 raised to the power x over 2. So I say when y is equal to 4, let's bring it here. That's 4 is equal to, what's y? 2 raised to the power what? X over 2. Now look at 4. Can I write 4 as a power of 2? Yes, I can. So that's 2 raised to the power of 2, which is 4. Now I had to do this because I want them to have a common base of 2. So look at the exponent. Let's equate the exponent. 2 is equal to what? X over 2. That's because the bases are the same, are equal. So now if you cross multiply, 2 times 2 and 1 times x is x, 2 times 2 is 4. So the value of x here is 4. But what about when when y is equal to minus 5? When y is equal to minus 5. Remember, our y is equal to what? 2 raised to the power of x over 2 is equal to minus 5. But looking at this now, because this is a negative number, there's no way we can get the value of x looking at it like this because it is a negative number. So here there is no solution. There's no solution in this instance. And we say no solution. So the value of x, therefore x is equal to 4. But let's see if we plug in x or 4 into the equation, whether we'll get our answer. Let's try that. So remember, we've already gotten our answer as 4. Bring it into this equation. 2 raised to the power of 4 plus 2 raised to the power what? 4 over 2. Let's see if it will give us 20. What's 2 raised to the power of 4? That is 16 because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. What about this now? 4 over 2 is 2. So if you do this, that's 16 plus 2 raised to the power 2 is what? 4. And this gives us 20, which is the same thing as what we have here. So yes, the value of x that will satisfy this equation is 4. And that's our final answer. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Do take care. Bye-bye for now.